Hi, thanks for joining us for another segment of Canadian Bacon Stocks for the week ending October the 25th, 2024. Today's the 26th of October, around 2:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right on your screen, you have the S&P and the TSX for the composite index for the ending of the day, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 25th of October. That was the finance looking real red. Everything ended up in the red for the day, except for Tesla, as you probably already know. Energy minerals. And in this category, I was seeing one that's on my watch list that I like, and that's at the C&Q, and that's the Canadian Natural Resources. I've had this on my watch list, and they are oil and natural gas production. So it's always nice to put different things on your watch list, especially in this category. So that's a promising sign. Then they're making a little bit of a move and steady. Since we're at the S&P, we'll move quickly over to the S&P 500, and it ended up in the United States. I just wanted to bring this on board. The chips did really well in electronic technology. I'm going to bring that forward on our watch list today. Technology services, Google's in the green, and boom, zoom to the moon, Alice. Tesla saved the day. Look at that, up $8.71. Look at the movement at 269.19. And there was some aftermarket trading on Friday too. I don't think this is encompassing that. And that's what it looks like. Tesla, we're going to bring them up and further conversation real quick. Going to the screener. We're looking at, apologize. Look at Apple and NVIDIA. And these are the Canadian stocks that you can buy. You may or may not notice, and I'm going to show you the trend for the week too, all the top heavy hitters, all the guys that seem to be getting base hits and everything. I guess this World Series is on, so I'm talking about in that kind of a context. Electronic technology, retail's in there. That's Amazon and more technology at the top. Let's check the performance, though, in the Canadian market for these stocks over, let's say, year to date. There's a good example, and I always, it's on my watch list, and I've been carrying it. I'm sure quite a few of you have been at NVIDIA in Canada, ended up trading the day for $33.17. But year to date, it's up 183.5%. Another notable, Meta, I mentioned that earlier in the week. Year to date, up almost 61%. Other notables, Eli Lilly, and that was an interesting one, 55% for Broadcom over the year to date. And of course, Walmart, almost up 50%, 56% year to date. And those are all the heavy hitters. So you can get some real nice ones in there on your watch list, on your portfolio. And that's the performance. And generally, if you look at the USA too, real quick, since we're there, it's the same. They're walking hand in hand. You look at the 5-year for Apple's up 280%. And of course, that's ridiculous. It's 2,700% up for NVIDIA over 5 years. That's incredible. So let's go to the news. Trending news at the end of for Saturday, October the 26th, 2024. Looks like we're looking at jobless claims fall in the latest week. That was notable. Over here, up in the corner, look at that. Tesla stock soars 22% in best day since 2013. Elon Musk pockets $33.5 billion. So that brings us right over to this other news noteworthy. There's, all the news is noteworthy. I just have a limited amount of time. The SPX and the S&P 500 snaps a 3-day losing streak as monster Tesla rally lifts broad index. So that was a fantastic way to end the day. Let's go over to something I wanted to explain to you real quickly before we move on to corporate news and the economic calendar. Oh, a lot of earnings coming up, so that's really important. Stick around for that. And the corporate news, a little insider, a little back pocket, front pocket. write you a check kind of thing. I'm not allowed to say that, but let's check it out. Some interesting insider trading stuff today. That moves us over to Apple. This is the Canadian Apple trading at $33.95. This is what I was going to tell you, and I put a little note on there from Wikipedia for how Heikin Ashi, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly in Japanese. This is how I function through my day trading, swing trading, long trades. This is what Apple would look like with the Heikin Ashi. Now, if I take it up, and you can find it on your indicators too, many apps, both Apple, Android, there's many platforms, so you can select your indicators. That's a key item, and I mentioned it last year, and I have to bring it up again to help out people that are trading in Canadian stocks where the volume, it's not as volatile. You don't have the volume and volatility that you're used to. But watch this. I'll flip this over to the regular view, and that's what it would look like for the Apple, for the Canadian. And I'm finding it very choppy and hard to read. Once again, this is with the Heikin Ashi. And so the Heikin Ashi has a more complex algorithm reading the ins and outs. You can read the synopsis, what I gave you in the Wikipedia about Heikin Ashi. I use it all the time, every day. If I flip over to the American chart, for example, on the Apple, this is for the American Apple at 231.41 USD. And then I move to the regular Heikin Ashi. You can see it's fragmented. It's not as smooth. I'm finding it hard to read in and out, even at $231 a share. So look at that. And then with the Heikin Ashi in there, the ins and outs, the inputs and outputs are more complex, and the algorithm is much easier to read, especially when we move to smaller stocks such as, NVIDIA. That's fragmented. I put the Heikin Ashi on there. Look at that. It's much smoother, easier on the eye. I can actually, if I need to, I could day trade this. Much easier to read. Once again, look at, all right, wax on, wax off, wax on. Oh, wax on, wax off. There you go. I showed you Apple, NVIDIA. Another one would be Microsoft, and that's with the Heikin Ashi on there, and that's with it's off. So you don't see the inputs as clear, and it's definitely shows more so. Look at, there it is. I can't even read that. So once again, Heikin Ashi, a big benefit in your trading. I'm going to put it on for the Microsoft, for the Canadian Microsoft. Look at that. I can read it perfectly. I should have started my example using Microsoft, but you can see there's quite a difference, and that's not even manageable to trade if you try to go in and out on this Canadian at $31.38. So that's what we have. Check it out, Heikin Ashi on your indicator charts. And there's a whole options, right? You can have the Heikin Ashi, the line break, step line. You guys know candles, hollow candles. I believe candles and Heikin Ashi are the same. I wrote it down. It came in around. It was invented by the same guy, same people. So moving over to corporate activity. Look at this. This is interesting. For the day, the week ending October the 25th, 2024. A couple stuck out in my mind. I don't have a lot of time today, and that's Wyndham Hotels. Wyndham Hotels. Look at that. Woo. Wyndham Hotels. You got the head of strategy and the chief accounting officer, eh? Selling a 1.3 million over and 2.3 million from the Wyndham Hotels. So that's information for you. Another one that I noticed was, this one, Verona Pharma Executives. The president and CEO and the chief and the CFO both sold shares on October the 25th, 2024. Another notable for me was down here, Carvana. There's a ton of them. I just have hit the highlights here. Carvana came out at 39.646 million, and that's Ernest Garcia, 10% owner. He sold 200,000 shares for about $40 million for October 25th, 2024. That's a notable. Moving on to the economic calendar, it's this. You may want to put this on your watch list. really important. I'm going to go right to Friday. There's a lot of earnings for next week. There's a boatload. There's so many. I can't even break it down for a small express segment, such as we had Canadian bacon stocks. Hopefully, putting a sizzle in your trading portfolio. And remember, look before you leap. Look before you leap, and we've discussed that. And it's a story of my life. As you can see on your screen, Friday, you got Magna, Air Canada, Enbridge, Imperial Oil, TELUS. Oh my goodness. And I believe all these are before market open. So that should be interesting. That's for Friday, November the 1st, 2024. Look at that, a boatload. So keep that into consideration. Another one was I saw for Thursday, you had open text, Synovus. Tamarack is one I have on my watch list. The Novo, look at open text is supposed to go up $1.12. I didn't even cover that, but there's Wednesday, Capital Power Corp, and they're anticipating Eagle Mines going up $1.40. Spin Master, that's one. You put that in your little watch list. That supposed to be hypothetically $2.22. That's for a Spin Master. I found that interesting. Interesting company, and something to put on my watch list. Tuesday, Gibson Energy, anything notable? $1.53 for Hammond Power. Old First National, supposed to make some money. And that's Monday, Tuesday, and that's about it. But once again, let's go back to Friday real quick before I move on. $1.93 for Magna and $2.05 on Imperial Oil is supposed to go up. And everything else it's okay. But Enbridge, it's always a sure hitter. And another guy that was the economic calendar. The economical calendar for you got the Bank of Canada speech on Wednesday. It goes all the way from Monday to Wednesday, I believe. And then 2-year bond auction on Wednesday, I believe. Thursday, sorry. And Friday this is the more important one. Friday, November the 1st. The global manufacturing, and if you can freeze your screen, you see the manufacturing purchasing. So that's very interesting how Canada is going to fare in that report. So that's that's noteworthy. Moving on. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Keep your eyes on your fries. I said that yesterday, right? I think I'll just have a Diet Coke and fries. Oh yeah, no quarter pounder. So they look like it's the onions that's the problem down there, and they say it's only stateside, but the body count's going up for the illnesses and moving through the states. So that's what it is for McDonald's. The reason why I'm showing you McDonald's today is because keep your eyes on your fries. Seriously, this may be an opportunity in the not so distant future, to get it. It's down. Well, it's getting punched in the face. That moves us over to trying to quick close to my week of Bitcoin Cash. And that's one of the news items that I did miss. And let's go to Bitcoin right over here. I'm very sorry. And we'll wrap up because it was a highlight of the week was the Bitcoin, right? And I'll read briefly for you the news on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin briefly dipped to 65,000 before bouncing back above 67,000 after traders scooped up some discounted orange coins early Thursday. The seesaw motion, not unusual for the volatile crypto beast. Story of my life these days. This time appears to be coming from a foreign place, the stock market. U.S. indexes, the S&P 500, the Dow, and the NASDAQ all tumbled yesterday, fanning fears of a broad and painful pullback. So that looks like it's boosting up right now. We're going to look at what it's trading for right now at, 67,061. That's what it's trading for actively right now. So something to put on your watch list and look down the road is Bitcoin, and you can buy that through different, Cboe and Neo have it on there. You can buy through Bitcoin shares through there, and it's quite interesting. If you're looking for volatility and madness and insanity, like is the market may be turning one way, but Bitcoin's going another way. So it's fun, not for the faint of heart. I hope you had a great trading week, and I hope this gives you some information for next trading week. And look out for those earnings, right? And be careful. Put everything on pause. Some of these, like Air Canada, everything's promising to go up. It goes the other way. That's why I'm giving you the earnings reports, because you can capitalize at those opportunities when they're coming up, even prior to the November the 1st, next Friday, when all the big boys are announcing their earnings. Some could really crash, and some could be just delightful. So keep your eyes on your fries, like I said, and that's a good opportunity. And thank you, Tesla, for helping out my week, and have a great trading week. And thanks for listening to Canadian Bacon Stocks, putting sizzle into your trading portfolio.